guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for Venus and Aquarius. So if in your birth chart Venus is sitting in a sign of Aquarius, this is for you. If you don't know where your Venus is sitting, I did a introduction video that is in the description box below. So make sure to check it out, and then you can come back and watch this if you don't know where your Venus is at. So this is for the week of February 11th through the 28th, 2019. All right, so I have the central issue as the Fool, the World, the Empress, Hanged Man, Five of Wands, the Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, God of Wands. Oh, forgot my timer. Okay, so with the central issues here being the Fool and the World, the Empress, so I'm seeing like something that is getting ready to manifest, something that is getting ready to birth. This can be the manifestation of your desires. Whatever it is that you've been hoping for, wishing for, waiting for. I feel that you are, the Empress is getting what he or she wants. I also see something in regards to a long distance relationship and someone coming to visit or travel to see the other person. Even though there could have been some sort of delays, there could have been delays, there could have been obstacles in the way. I feel that the wait was much needed because there was something that needed to take place before, you know, you guys could come together. I also feel that, you know, someone is being pushed outside of their comfort zone, or if you are the one that has placed something on hold, an opportunity on hold, something's going to happen that forces you out of your comfort zone. I feel like at some point you will have all the clarity that you need. I just kind of feel like I'm seeing a pregnancy here too. So for some of you, you could be getting ready to give like a literal birth. Like this is the baby. The Empress is pregnant with the baby, and she's gone full term. You know, the baby can't stay in the womb any longer than that. So now it is time for the baby to be born, and here's the baby, because the baby is a fool. The baby doesn't know anything. And this is your new journey as mom and dad. New mom and dad is like a king and queen, and you've given birth to royalty. Here is like the family edition here. And now you feel like maybe your home is completed. Again, this is kind of reminding me of that gestational period where the baby was hanging in the womb of the mother and getting fed and getting nutrition. Now, I also feel that something that has been building, growing, like your prayers. Let's just say, for instance, first example in regards to a love matter, a love situation. Let's say you've been single, but you feel like your partner is overdue. You're like, man, I can't stay single any longer. Like this needs to end. And I feel though, even though you have been waiting and waiting, like your partner has been marinating in the universe for you. So something's been, you know, getting like the both of you have been prepared. You have been on your journey. You know, spirit has been feeding you, giving you wisdom. So now that you have matured, your fulfillment is about to manifest. Well, your wish is about to be fulfilled. And then same with your partner, like they have been on their separate journey, growing and nurturing, and things have been aligning. So now that the two of you are ready to be birthed, you know, here you are coming out into the world. Now, some of you could try to fight against some sort of connection, or you might be trying to fight against doing what you're supposed to do. It's like you're trying to fight against something, which can become very frustrating. Don't fight it. Just allow things to happen, because it's like, I feel like these are people who are frustrated. Sometimes this too can be like sexual frustration. Especially if you feel like, man, I've been waiting so long, you know, I'm trying to be peace, I'm trying to be chill, I'm trying to be patient, but now I'm frustrated. And I feel that once the fruit is ripe, that is when everything's going to manifest. But everything has to play its part, its role. Everybody has to be ready. The conditions need to be right for this birth to take place, whether it's a birth of an idea, or if it's the birth of a relationship. I just feel like everything needs to be ready. It can't just be you ready. You have to also have the patience for everything else around you to be ready. Now, I also see, like some of you, I felt like that was a complete future reading. Like, as far as the pregnancy and a family, like this is something that is waiting to happen. This is something that is written in the stars. Your emperor has been waiting, and he's been watching you patiently. You might be getting ready to get involved with someone who is extremely spiritual, and someone also who has maybe not moved forward for spiritual reasons. Maybe someone was like, let me make sure that I'm right before I approach him or her. You know, I want to make sure that I've gotten things out of my system. Maybe I want to make sure that I've studied enough, or that my finances together. Whatever the case, you know, I feel like the emperor has been waiting for the right time to make his move. And, you know, once he's ready, he's going to break free. If he takes too long, this is to me almost like a tower moment. Something, some sort of outside forces, something is going to push somebody from their comfort zone. Like, you can't keep hanging and being isolated and pondering and watching and plotting and planning. Like, that's enough is enough. I feel like I had to say that to somebody else reading too. Enough is enough, as far as the emperor who wants to like strategize everything to the last bit. But I do feel like there is someone who has their eye on you, who wants to grow and expand with you. For some of you, it is a business partnership. Like, this person sees you as his equal and feels that you guys have the potential to be some sort of business partners, having status. I'm definitely seeing like security with this person. Somebody views you as their ticket to security, or you might be viewing someone that way. I don't feel like it's just about using someone for their status, but it's more so, it's like a partnership. There's equal give and take here. You guys have the same goals. I feel like there is going to be fulfillment here. I like the spirituality from the Hanged Man. I feel like this is something that is also, part of a spiritual path or journey. You feel like, these people feel like they complete each other. Like, together we could be king and queen. This is us walking up to our throne. This is us walking up to our home. So someone sees stability in you, and they see comfort and security, and you might be viewing them that way as well. So it's a good match. For some of you too, there could be competition. Like, maybe there are people competing to be with you, or you feel that you're a competitor And the Emperor is looking for the right one, the one to stand out from the crowd. And he likes the one that's unusual. He's like, this woman is different. You know, she's not like the rest. She's not basic at all. You know, she does what she wants to do. She doesn't care what people think. She's very confident. So I feel like your confidence is turning someone on. Or you might be viewing, you know, somebody that way. You know, like, I like his style. Like, he wears this and he doesn't care what people say or think. He speaks his mind. He's not arrogant to me. He just says what he thinks. So you might be very attracted for some unusual man or woman. You also could be in a situation where this is one of these unusual situations where like you're a couple, but you might live apart. Not necessarily long distance, but you have your place and they have their place. Especially here with the Fool, this is for me like Aquarian energy. So you might get involved with someone, like get involved in an unusual relationship or with an unusual person. And it's like you're together, but you have your own individual homes. It could be that they have a home on, you know, one block and you live 5 blocks away, but you know, you can take turns spending the night at one another's homes. Or like I've seen things on the news where, you know, it's 2 master bedrooms, and they live in the same house, but they have to sleep separately. You know, it might be something unusual. There's something unusual about this relationship or about this connection. But I mean, I still feel like overall it's like a match. You could be dealing with, like I said, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag. And let me look at this 5 of Wands a little more. I can also see someone who has refused to be with other people because they just have a knowing feeling that they're supposed to be with somebody in particular. So they were like, it's a sacrifice. I know. No, I don't want to go out with this person or that person. You know, I'm holding myself off for this one particular person. So I feel like someone maybe has made some sort of sacrifice to be with the person that they really desire. You guys as a couple could have made one of those vows where you say, okay, we're going to remain celibate until we get married. Who did that? Megan Good and her little cute hubby. So they did it. You know, so I don't know what your situation is, but it could be something unusual like that too. But I feel like just when you feel, I was just going to say that, just when you feel like you can't handle it anymore is when there's going to be a release, a sigh of release, a breakthrough, finally. The 5 of Wands will get a release. This is finally moving to the next phase, finally moving outside of one's comfort zone, challenging yourself. I mean, even as a business person, entrepreneur, maybe you were holding on to a job and you knew any minute you were going to let yourself go from that job. I definitely see this as having to let go of a job situation. And starting your own business. So maybe you wanted to make sure everything was perfect and set in place before you let go of your 9-to-5. But it's like, you know, you're trying to make something so perfect, something happens, maybe an argument breaks out at work, or something happens where everybody kind of like snaps, or you snap, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm done with this place. I'm free. I'm glad that happened. You know, so something also could be like the last straw. And this is your descend from, you know, that position, and you're entering a new dimension, and you're entering a new phase. So this is something very, I feel like you're going to be very motivated and very inspired. Everything's going to fall into place, basically, at the right time, when it's supposed to happen. If this is, you know, about sexual frustration, finally, I feel like you can get relief from that. I also see something in regards to your home life. Also, some of you might be, you know, you've packed up and, you know, you've been preparing, or maybe you've already been conditioning your mind to know that you're, you know, taking off in a new location, maybe someplace you've never been, that you're completely uncomfortable with, and you're doing it. I'm seeing also something about an introvert who gets out finally and socializes, especially if you get invited to a birthday party or any type of social event. An introvert might be getting out of their comfort zone within these next couple of weeks here. But I see something in regards to changes to your home life. It might be a little uncomfortable at first. So there could be, someone could be moving in with you, or you might be moving in with someone, or again, this is the birth of a new baby and you're having to make room and make adjustments. You might just start working from home, but I'm getting overall some sort of sense in your household, your home life, especially moving house, relocating. If you don't relocate within these next couple of weeks here, this is something that's definitely still happening, maybe around late March, late April. But yeah, there are some huge changes coming. Yeah, your family is extending. Whether you get engaged or married, it's, you know, if you get married, I feel like for whatever reason, this is some sort of non-traditional marriage. Like you're not telling everyone. It could be like a destination wedding, or it's just a very small gathering with people that you're very close with, and even, you know, eloping. So some of you may be eloping and you know, starting a family. For some of you, it could be with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And now I'm also seeing like Capricorn. Or this is you. You might be Aquarius with Venus in Aquarius, but I feel like you are starting some sort of new foundation in your life. Something that too you were very much afraid to do. You've been thinking about it and didn't know how to go about doing it, but now something is being made official. So I'm also seeing like some sort of status change in your life. It could be going from going from a relationship to being single. I feel like it's more so not like an immediate breakup. I feel like if you've been single for a while, or long enough to the point where you're ready to get back out there into relationships. So it could be going from single to relationship, but this is looking like going from just a couple to getting, you know, marriage, having a status update, or making your relationship official. We're no longer just dating. We're no longer just long distance or talking on the phone. Now we are officially a couple, or this is the beginning stages. Maybe you're taking the first steps to this. Maybe it hasn't gotten here yet, but it's somewhere on the way there. This is the person that you have the potential to be serious with. To lay that foundation down with. And for some of you, yeah, it is like a wedding here, or a marriage. There was one more thing I was trying to say. Overall, I just still feel like your status is changing. You go from unemployed to employed. You go from broke to having more than enough. Maybe you purchased your first piece of property, whether it is private property or commercial property. But I just feel like there is success for you within these next 2 weeks. So I hope those messages resonate Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want to book a personal or private reading, make sure to check that description box below for my email address, TemajTarot@gmail.com. I will email you the price list. Only call me when I post that video stating that I'm taking calls. So that's why you have to make sure you're subscribed so you can see that posting. All right, so thank you guys all for watching. Many blessings to you.